Hello, welcome to the car dealership. How are you doing today? I'm great, thank you so much for asking. And what can I do for you? Okay, so you sent me an email and you told me about what you're looking for? Okay, good. Can I get your name real quick? Okay, great. And your last name? Right. Well, so let's begin by introduction. My name is Alex and I'll be helping you today, okay? Yes, it's very nice to meet you. Well, let me pull you up on my email because you did send me one and I remember your name. Right. So you told me that your budget is from 25,000 to 35,000. Great. Okay, do you mind if I make a quick portfolio of you just for a record? Sure. So like if we don't end up finishing our discussion today, whoever helped you next can just pick up from there. And also we can also get your email if we find a car that is to your price range and to your liking. We'll send you an email and let you know. Yeah, we're not gonna spam you with anything else. So your name, okay, and your phone number. Great, and your email address at gmail.com. Perfect. And you told me your price range is 25 to 35,000. And how often do you drive? Just give me like a monthly 12,000 a year. Okay. So not a lot. I would say like 1,000 a month around. Great. And you travel to work and just for leisure? Okay. So you don't work too far away, judging by the mileage you put on your car annually. So for work and leisure, and you told me you are single, but you do have friends, so you want to get something like a sedan rather than two-door, right? Okay. You don't like two doors? I don't either. The back is basically useless, you know, you gotta flip the chair up forward and then you can enter that, and it's kind of annoying. So I always prefer sedan. And sometimes two doors are more expensive, so I don't know. So I have some cars that we can take a look at today. That is within your price range, and you'll probably like them. These are very popular cars in the market right now. And you did told me you do not like any US or European made cars, right? Okay, so we're not gonna have anything from Jeep, Ford, BMW, Mercedes, or Volkswagen, okay? So everything's gonna be Japanese made. And the cars that I'm pulling up right now is gonna be Honda, Toyota, and Lexus. Does those sound good to you? Yeah. So we don't have all of these cars in the lot at this moment, but we do have them from nearby lots that we can bring it over within the week if you do like it as we discuss it. So you can come by next time and just take a look and test drive it if you like. But we do have some of the cars in the lot, so if you do end up wanting to test drive any of them, we can let you know if we have them. So with your price range from $25,000 to $35,000, you can get something very simple and basic to something close to high-end and luxury car. So that's a very good range, obviously. Let's see. So I do have a few selection here for you to choose from. So we can start off with Toyota, and I'm just going to give you very basic information. And then if you are interested in any of them, we can go into more in depth if you like. Yeah. So starting off with Toyota, this is one of the most popular car brand on the market right now. As you can tell, like there's so many Toyotas on the road today. Even just where I live, there's like 3 RAV4 in the apartment garage and like several Camrys in here and there. So the first one I have for you is the Toyota Camry. So the Camry is a sedan. That one is a little bit better than the Corolla. The Corolla is much cheaper. The MSRP is $23,000. Now, the car MSRP is not always the price you're going to be paying for, because there are other features that are pre-built, I would say, that are already in the car. So MSRP is like basic, the most basic with nothing, and that's not including any packages you want to get or any tax and fees and everything like that, because there are packages out there that protects your wheels and the paint and the seats and everything. So those are things that we can discuss when we move forward with the talk. So the car, once again, is $23,070 MSRP. Just give you like a range of how much it'll cost. The MPG is 24 in the city and 33 on the highway. So this one is not the most fuel efficient cars we have, but we can go further on and get the next car up for you to see. So the next one is the Toyota RAV4. The RAV4 is not really a full-on SUV like the Highlander, but it's like a crossover SUV. So that one is not too big, and there's a lot of leg room in the back. Now, before, not so much. Now it's much better. So the car is $24,410 MSRP. So $1,000 or so more expensive than the Camry. And also the mileage is very similar to Camry. It's 23 on the city and 30 on the highway. So 1 less on the highway and 3 less on the highway and 1 less in the city if you compare it to Camry. And RAV4 is probably one of the most popular cars, and I've seen those a lot from 2004 to 2017. There's hundreds and hundreds of them out there just within your vicinity, and we do have those in the lot if you do end up choosing it. So those two are the one that I recommend in terms of the Toyota brand. So I'll move on to the next one. Do you have any questions for me so far? No? Good. We can continue. So the next one I have is the Honda. And obviously I'm going to start off with the Honda Civic. Now, I usually don't recommend Civic, but now in recent years the design and model and everything looks so much better. And I personally want to get a Civic myself. Before, I don't really like the old models. It just doesn't look as fresh, you know. It looks kind of like, and that's one reason I didn't recommend the Corolla. But I liked the Corolla before. Now it just doesn't look as good to me, personally. But obviously, if you want to take a look at the Corolla, we can definitely do that. But for the Civic, it starts off at $18,740, so it's much cheaper than the Camry and RAV4. But obviously, the Civic is the basics of the Honda. The fuel economy is amongst the best in the market right now. Is 32 miles per gallon in the city and 42 on the highway. Obviously, if you don't count the electric cars like Prius, this is one of the very fuel efficient cars out there. In terms of legroom, obviously, because you have a lot of friends, you can drive them around. This is probably the smallest car in terms of legroom and stuff on the list I have. So really up to you, but it does look really nice. The interior are very up to date. Before, it doesn't look good. Trust me, if you want to take a look at the pictures, it's not that good. So the next one I have is the Honda Accord. The Accord starts at $22,455, slightly cheaper than the Camry for the MSRP. The miles per gallon is 27 and 36, so city-highway. Now this car over the year has improved immensely in terms of the design, the style. The legroom is obviously getting bigger. Before, Honda is really compact, I'm not saying they're not compact now, but I think they're really improving on a lot of things. So that one is also very popular, similar to the Camry. So the next one I have is also similar to like an SUV, is the HRV. So it's like a RAV4 kind of, but I think it's smaller in terms of dimensions. Yeah, it's much smaller actually, by 15, I don't know, feet maybe? I don't know. I'm not really sure. 15 inches maybe? I think it's inches. But this one starts at 19,465, and the MPG, the fuel economy is 28 in the city and 34 on the highway. So in terms of fuel economy, it is better than the RAV4 and Camry. Actually, it's a little bit better than the Honda too, the Honda Accord. Yeah, it's around the same, but obviously Honda Civic is still gonna be the best in terms of fuel efficiency. So this one is much smaller and it's a very compact vehicle, but it is an SUV crossover, so it's a little bit higher than the other ones. So 19,000 to start for the MSRP. So the last one I have for you, it's somewhat a luxury car. It is a luxury car, not somewhat. It is the Lexus brand. So I did look over the Lexus cars, and the one that I think is within your budget is the Lexus Nx. So that one is also a crossover SUV. Excuse me. It starts at 35,285, so slightly over your budget. But yeah, this one is a really good car. It's in terms of legroom, this one is by far the widest car we have, so there's going to be a lot of legroom. Also, everything looks really good in the interior. The interior, everything is leather trimmed, but they're not real leather, synthetic leather. They could want to call it all fancy and stuff. The dashboard and the everything just looks amazing on the interior. So if you are willing to spend the money, I would say the Lexus would be the one to go. The MSRP is 35,000, and the miles per gallon fuel economy, this is not the right information. This is, I believe, a hybrid. But if we look at the regular one, the fuel economy is, let's see, 22 in the city and 28 on highway, so combined 25. So obviously, if you compare that to every other car I presented, it's not the best in terms of fuel economy, but everything else is great. But that is only the base. So if you want to get any packages, they'll go up to 40, 45. So just be aware of that. So any of those I talked about today you like or are interested, we can look into a little bit deeper. So you have two that you want to look into. Okay, so what is it? Toyota Camry. Okay, and the Lexus Nx. Okay, so you're not a big fan of Honda. Yeah, I understand. You had a Honda before and you didn't like it. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell. It's hard for me to tell you to give it a shot because you are investing in, a couple thousands of dollars. Not a couple, pretty much like tens and thousands of dollars in a car, and you don't drive them for like a year. You drive them for 5-10 years, depending if you want to lease it or finance it. So if you didn't have a good experience the first time around, probably not the best choice to go with. Yeah, but there's so many other cars out there you can look at, so you don't have to be stuck with Honda. There's so many options out there. If you have the money, you can just look into all of them. So we're gonna take a look at the Camry first. So let's see. So the 2018 Camry, MSRP $23,495. Let's see. Yeah, that's the 2018 version. If you want 2017, we can look at that too. But you probably want the 18. Okay, no problem. I mean, the 18 came out, so obviously why not look at the new one? You're gonna buy a new car. So we can build one together if you like. Excuse me. So there are 4 different models, actually more, but I don't think you're interested in a hybrid. But there is L, which is the base one, LE and SE. So you're willing to spend more money, right? So I would say go with the SE. Is 25,000 MSRP to start. In terms of fuel economy, they're very similar, so there's not much difference. So we can tick that. Okay, so the engine is 4-cylinder, and horsepower is 203. Is that okay? Yeah, there's only one option for the engines. So what color do you prefer? We have Galactic Aqua Mica. They're a very fancy name. Ruby Flare Pearl, which is basically red. Celestial Silver Metallic, which is silver. We have Midnight Black Metallic, black. The Predon Gray Mica, which is like slightly darker gray. Then we have the Super White, self-explanatory, and the Blue Streak Metallic, so it's kind of like light baby bluish. Personally, I would say the black one. I really like black cars. It looks better, in my opinion. Yeah, no problem. And then there's interior, black and ash. Black? Okay, black seats, black exterior. That's good. Okay, excuse me. I'm getting a little itchy. So, there are a lot of packages out there for you to choose from. Do you want a moonroof? Moonroof is $900 extra, but I mean, it's worth it. I would too. And then there is different packages. There's convenience package, power tilt slight moonroof with options, an audio package with options, and yeah. So for the convenience package, there is a blind spot monitor, and the other one also have that, but that's the cheapest package they have. And we look into the details. Let's see, view all details. There's a smart key system, so I believe the based without the options, they don't have smart keys, so it's probably key to start, key ignition. There's also auto dimming rear view mirror with compass. You don't need those? Yeah, then I guess base would be okay. Let's see. Leather seats. I don't believe any of these packages have leather seats. Yeah, it doesn't say. I think the model is with leather seats, so you just want the moonroof, no problem. Yeah, that's the cheapest model, the cheapest package we have for that. We move on to accessories. Any accessories you like? Mat, the net, cargo tray, anything you want. No, yeah, I usually don't get it either. But yeah, some of them are good to have. But let me just tell you right now that these accessories and stuff, it is pre-built into the other cars in the lot, so they come with it. So there's going to be a piece of paper on the window. You'll see all the different app options added onto it. So we might not have exactly the one you're looking for that we're building right now, but they do add some accessory onto it, and you can't really take them out. So we can take a look at that later. But if we go to the summary, 26,995. That's 27,000 around. So we're still within your budget. And then if you add all the tax and the fees, I would say around 30. So 30,000, not too bad. Now we can look at the Lexus one. So the 2018 Lexus, obviously, we'll build one ourselves. Now, because Lexus is a luxury brand, everything, even the base model, comes with leather seats. So you want a front wheel drive or all-wheel drive? So front wheel drive is the 2 wheels in the front. So when you step on the gas, that's the wheel that moves. All-wheel drive, all 4 of them. Yeah, I would say get 4-wheel, because all-wheel drive, because we have a lot of like snow weather here, the weather. So Obviously, I have really bad experience with front wheel drive. You get stuck in the snow and stuff. So all wheel drive is a much better option, I would say. Yeah, it's like 2,000 difference, but it's worth it. You don't want to be stuck in the snow, you know. So all wheel drive. The fuel economy is going to be different. It costs more for the fuel because of that. So I'm going to wait for this to load. Do you have any questions for me so far? Okay, that's good. It's taking me a little while to load. So what car do you drive right now? Okay, that's not bad. I like it. Do you want to trade in the car too? Yeah, we can look at the value. Can you tell me again what it is in a year? 2006. Okay. So I would say, depending on the condition, around 3,000. Well, that's just what I'm thinking right now. Obviously, we'll have to take a look at it and do some testings before we can decide how much it's gonna be. But it is not loading, so we can't really look at it right now. But I can tell you that because I'm very familiar with Lexus, so the packages really just includes navigation. Basically that's it. Navigation, heated steering wheel. So that package is around $3,000 more to $5,000, depending on the car. It loads, but it's not loading, so I don't know what's the deal. But yeah, you can get those for like a $5,000 upcharge. So I think we'll be looking at around 40 if you want the navigation. Do you want the navigation? You don't really need it. Yeah, then I would say like around 37,000. With tax and stuff included, probably 39 to 40,000. Yeah, sorry this wouldn't load. I can't really do anything with that. But yeah, there's black, obviously. There's black, white, gray, and there's also blue. I think the blue is only available for the NX Sport. So the Sport one, they have a lower grille and also different wheels. I think a little bit higher too. But yeah, that one is actually much more expensive too. So if you want the basic one, it's gonna be silver, gray, a little bit lighter gray, black, red, and brown. Yeah, horsepower is 235. And I believe there's eco mode, sports mode, and normal mode that you can choose on a button. So yeah. Any questions for me so far? Yeah, I'm so sorry. This wouldn't load, so I can't really go over it with you. Well, you can go over it next time if you like. But you do like the Camry more, right? Yeah, we can definitely give you a little test drive if you're interested next time. Yeah, we are close to closing. Yeah, we're close to closing, so we can't do it today. But you're welcome to come back anytime to do it. You have the information here with us. Just call and let me know when you want to come in, and we can definitely get you a test drive of the Camry. And if you want, we can also get you the Lexus to test drive as well. Yeah, we can get the car just down the road. We have several dealerships around, so we don't have it in this lot. We check with the one down there. It's like a 2-minute drive, so we can get it from them if you like. Let's see, let me just make a note. So you want to test drive the Camry. You want to come in next week, Wednesday? Sure. Around what time? 2:30. Okay, I'll just write you down because we're making an appointment right now. Okay, so no problem. I get off in like 30 minutes, so still have a lot of time, you know. Just not a good time to test drive as there's a lot of cars on the road right now. So coming 2:30 is a good time on Wednesday. Yeah, we don't have a lot of schools around, so. The Camry, you want the black one, right? Mm-hmm. With just the audio option. Yeah, I can't promise you that we have exactly the model you're looking for, but I'll get you something as close as it is, okay? So black color, 2018. Wonderful. So I'll just give you my card. Just put it right here for you. And yeah, I think we're all set for today. Yeah. Do you have any other questions before you go? Yeah, absolutely. Just come back anytime. You can email me too. I'll be here every day except for Monday. Yes, so that's my day off. So if you want to come in and check with me, do come in at 2:30. And we can go do a test drive on Wednesday when you get here. And if you have any more questions, you can let me know through email or phone call. I'll give you my card, so you can call me there. Yeah, no problem. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming in. I'll see you Wednesday. Have a good night.